You got your banking shirt on.
I got my banking shirt on.
It doesn't look like a bank, doesn't it?
That's right. Good morning, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to another exciting episode of Feel It Real Fun.
Yep.
Today is episode 475. You know, we're just 25 episodes off of 500. This should have been a 500 show.
Well, yeah.
That should have
It
been.
is for you.
Yep.
Yeah. Hello, Carrie, Yummy Yaz, Brisket Bob,
Bill
Perry.
Hey, just saw your article. Put up a little...
Hello, Patty. Nice
Good,
shirt.
buddy.
We were just saying we think
It's my
we both
banker
think
shirt.
it looks like he'd be going off to be the banker.
I am the banker. That is
As a
right.
job.
Ego. Welcome. And hi.
Hiya.
I'm standing on the bubble.
That was late.
Yeah.
I'll just move it out of the
There.
way. There you
Alrighty.
go.
So
Okay.
today's a very special show. I don't think I've ever done a show, Victoria,
Yes.
where we titled it with statistical numbers.
Oh, yes, you saw some. You mentioned one of them to me last night.
36% versus 75%.
Oh, have a passport.
Oh my God!
Oh,
Don't
sorry.
tell them yet.
Sorry.
All right. Yep. Anyway, let's pretend everyone's deaf and dumb.
Yes,
Marta,
okay.
welcome to the show.
Hello, Tanya.
All right,
Tonya.
guys. So while we're waiting for everyone to show up, we're going to do the housekeeping as we always do.
Yes.
And it goes nicely with my blue eyes. Yeah, I tell you, I've got gorgeous blue eyes, but nothing compared to hers. Just like, wow.
Thank you.
So,
Hello, Sarah.
I want to know
Chris.
if you guys would type in the comments, what is the definition of bucket list? What's it mean to you? Okay, so if you would, I'd really hyper duty, greatly appreciate that.
Yep.
Right. So, what is a bucket list? Meanwhile, back at the French, Victoria.
Go to freeneville.com.
That's right, Phoenix. Go to freeneville.com.
Oh, yeah, Phoenix. And Shazam, Chris Smith is in the house.
Chris Smith is in the house.
Happy Australia Day. Thank you,
Thank
Tonya. It's a really special day for 20.
Absolutely.
It's a year ago.
That's right. We'll get to that, though.
Okay,
That's
cool.
right, everyone.
And Gail Marie
Gail
and
has
Rue.
joined the show.
Okay.
So,
What's that?
Bill says shit to do before you do.
Yeah, and what did Rue say?
I missed it. It
Or
means
Phoenix.
bye-bye, says Rue. Cool. We'll be grabbing these. A list of things you need to do before you die.
Yeah, that's what
You know,
I was going to...
things to do before it's too late. Now we're getting,
I
means
just thought
nothing to
it's
me.
something that just things I want to do. So things I haven't done yet that I want to do.
Yeah, I want to do it someday.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, so sorry, go to freeneville.com.
That is
Join
right.
us in manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That is the rightness.
Okay.
Bill says shit to do before you die, which means you don't get around to it. Bucket stuff. You
Yep.
have to do before you croak. Hit the bucket list.
Before you
This is nice, guys.
Yes.
And for the refund, in case you're not here right now and you'll want to watch the show.
Yes, go to feelitrealfun.com.
Oh my God, look at this. Chris Smith. Definition of bucket list. Shit you really don't think you can do, but it makes you feel good. Writing it down. Yeah. Amen. Bucket list. A list you write down when you feel like your current life sucks. Oh, someday, one day, maybe. Yasmin, that's right. John Cassoni. I knew someone was going to go to Google. Or at least Wiki. A number of experiences or achievements that a person hopes to have. I don't even need the rest. Thank you, pal. Greatly.
Oh, yeah, Alice.
Formally, things you want to do, but do you think you can? I'm not sure. I missed that bit. Kim is watching the show. David. Hey,
David.
buddy. Big love to you.
Okay. and
If you
Tracy-
see our mutual friend Granny, give her my love, please.
Granny Earth.
Yes.
Okay.
Alrighty. So,
Yes.
uh,
We've done our
so we
housekeeping.
did our housekeeping, all that
Yes.
stuff. All right.
So, statistics.
Yeah, they're still joining, so we're not going to get to the stats yet. So, we sent out the Neville Goddard thing today about the boundless forest. The book's not out here, so, Victoria, tell us what you best remember about when Neville talked about his friend who's talked about if you had money,
like
or if you had a
dry leaf in a boundless forest.
yeah, if you got to spend money, spend it like it's a dry leaf from a boundless forest that you own,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, who is this Bill Perry you speak of?
William.
There he goes again. William, welcome to the show.
Hello, William.
Alrighty. So already, 36% versus 75%. Did you know 36% of the people, I looked this up, I spent about 40 minutes looking up statistics last night because I got curious about something.
Yeah.
36% of the people in the USA have a valid passport.
36%.
Absolutely. By the way, one of the number one things that people tell us they want to do besides get the soulmate and a lottery ticket, and we ask why? Why do you want those things? Why? And he says, so I can travel the world with them. I said, all right. So 36% of the people in the USA have a valid passport. That tells me something. They don't believe. Right?
They're going to travel.
Right, of course not, right?
How
Now,
long is it valid for in the US?
10 years. Same here.
Same here.
Now, here's the thing. Patty has a valid passport, of course. Now, check this out. Walt Disney was a genius. Because Walt figured out people will fly or drive to Florida or fly or drive to California to experience the whole world, right? It's a some world after all.
The
It's
whole
a something.
world?
Yeah. It's at
What
Disneyland.
about every other country?
No, it's on Disneyland.
Oh, all in.
You go through the
okay.
Main Street USA thing. You got the, it's a small world after all. You can do it all at Disney, right? You don't have to leave the U.S. So
Yeah.
get what a genius Walt was, right? So 36% of the people in the USA have a valid passport. 75% of people in Australia do. Now here's what's cool. Again, I'm just going to toss some things out here. We're going to back into why I'm talking about this today. 75% of Australians actually know they're going overseas. It's not a someday. It's a when, right?
Yeah.
So my buddy Josh is over there right now. Michael, how you doing, buddy? Love ya. Hoo-ah. So, 36% of people in the USA have a valid passport, which means 74% or 64% don't believe that they're ever going to leave. So, anyway,
Well,
so
it's so far off in the future.
absolutely. I had a buddy that used to come around. He told me he was imagining being a world traveler, and he told me that I wasn't even a citizen here yet. Guess who got their Australian passport first? Me. Anyway, right. So today's Australian Day, January 26th.
Australia.
It's Australian Day. It's my day.
Okay.
Tell them more. Give them the coffee.
So a year ago, because you've been here since 2010, and then we got married, did all those things, and then we
Yep.
decided I want to be a citizen of Australia.
I decided way before that.
Oh, right.
That's right.
Before you met me.
No,
Oh, right.
right. So,
Anyway, so that's, so a long time coming. You probably watched the show, possibly watched the show a year ago. And it was almost like 2 years before that you became not a citizen,
permanent
a permanent resident.
Right.
So there's been all of these huge landmarks for 20 over
Absolutely.
the course of these nearly 500 shows.
over 500 shows, all sorts of good things. Now,
Yeah.
I want you to think about this just a tiny little bit. I'm the guy who came here with a big suitcase and a carry-on bag.
Yeah.
Okay? Literally.
Yeah.
Right? And the reason I mention all this stuff today is I bet 90% of the people that tune in are imagining that failure is still an option. That travel. Yeah, I'm a world traveler. If you don't have a passport and you're imagining being a world traveler, you haven't been moved enough by your imagining to know it's real. So is this the anniversary of the day they opened Australia as a prison continent? That's sort of one way to, it's more like the, toot toot, here we are. So get how cool this is, guys, because as an immigrant, I burned my bridges. Yeah, you can move up to a better neighborhood and I grew up in a little town called Scottdale. I could move to Greensburg or Latrobe, a little bit higher neighborhood, that kind of thing, right? And if it doesn't work out, fuck it, move back to Everson, right? It's the ghetto right outside of Scottdale, right? Lovely little town. That's where my first house was from, because it was only 15 grand, right? I learned how to make investments when I was younger. So, here's my suggestion. Really notice if your imaginal acts are moving you. I'm going to scale it back a little tiny bit. As of this morning, I think there were 3 or 4 openings left for the Sunday call.
Yeah.
We've got people that say, I'd love to get on one.
Yeah.
And when they chat back and forth with us, it's bucket list.
Yeah.
It would be so cool to talk to you guys.
Yeah.
Got $20? Got 2 hours on Sunday?
Yeah.
Join the call, right? I promise you won't be bored, and you'll get to talk if you want to.
Yeah.
So I want to get, so does this, Carrie says, does this mean I'm not able to travel back to the U.S.? I got rid of my U.S. citizenship, so I have to get a visitor visa to go back to the U.S., right? Nobody, by the way, is allowed to get rid of their U.S. citizenship for tax reasons.
Yes.
However, from what I can tell, everybody does. Who gets rid of it? So, just a thought. So, here's what I want to toss out today. Are you really believing in what you're imagining? Because if you do, for some reason, I'm going swimming this afternoon. Because I live in this state that has me being a swimmer. And we're doing the show because I live in this state of being a teacher. And loving husband has his hand someplace very nice on Victoria, the small of her back, right? And it could go elsewhere, right? No, it should go, right? 20, right? You get it? I want you to get how real this is, because I see a camp out there that says Neville said do nothing, do absolutely nothing to make it happen. And it's true, there's nothing you can do to make it happen. If you get a passport, that does not mean you will travel overseas. But if you are sufficiently imagining traveling outside of your home country, okay, you will, okay, get a passport.
Yeah.
You get it? It's there's something about this that whenever failure is no longer an option. Like I said, if I moved from Scottsdale to Greensburg and then had a crash, I could move back to Everson, buy another $15,000 house, fix it up, flip it, so on and so forth, right? Good fun. I can't do that. Okay? I can't go back to the old hometown. The only way I can is as a visitor. So when you think of the immigrants, okay, and I suspect this may be a reason why they tend to succeed a lot whenever, like when you listen to interviews with different immigrants that are really have succeeded, they get failure's not an option. I'm not imagining traveling the world as an option. I got my passport. I'm traveling the world. Get it? So 36% versus 75%. And from personal experience here, I gotta admit, almost everybody I've talked to tells me about, hey, you know what I'm doing? Like, I mean, they'll have 2 years planned out. Yeah, where they're going. They talk about going overseas, right? And it's a different feeling I get than, yeah, you know what? Someday I think I'll go to Mexico, right? Someday, right? So let's bomb the bucket list. Don't put Australia on your bucket list. Don't put anything on it. Because like you guys said earlier, and I really appreciate y'all typing it in, a bucket list is a hope. Yeah, I hope to make it there. Hope to make it on a live call. Don't know what my wife will think. It's $20. You know, I mean, if I'm taking 2 hours out of a Sunday, you know, Sunday is the day, it's the day I rest up to survive the fucking job next week. Oh, really? Maybe if you played more, you wouldn't have to survive it. Right? So, this is a special day for me. And like yesterday, I told Victoria, says I'm all emotional about this, right? You're like literally, I'm walking around like I've been a citizen here for a year today, right? In a couple hours, it'll be a year.
Yeah.
And it's one of the happiest days of my life. I mean, like it's up there with getting married. Yeah, it's up there with waking up in a prison cell and being alive again. You know, I mean, there's just a few of those really super special days, and I can tell you, yeah, I don't think of, there were no super special days in my life that were negotiable. Okay? Yeah. Choosing to come back to life, okay, that was not negotiable. That was called right. Right? Yeah. I got some things to do. Okay? Getting married, it's not like, well, yeah, let's give it a chuck. Let's chuck it to the wind and see what happens, right? No, right? Becoming a citizen here and revoking my U.S. citizenship, yeah, not because of tax reasons. The reason why everybody does it, but nobody's allowed to. You get it? So this is what I want for you guys. Okay? By the way, Neville talks about letting the old man die and burying him to the point where you can't find him. You've got to do that. As long as you've got the option to go back. And I'm not saying you have to do anything physical. The physical always follows. Chris says, you mean to tell me I actually need to apply for a passport instead of just asking the universe for it? Oh, the universe is going to give me a passport. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah. This is so simple. Bury the old man. Leave him behind. You have to. So, questions, comments, thoughts? Victoria? That was my ranty bit.
No, I haven't got questions or answers.
No, or answers?
No. So, have you got questions or answers?
Yeah, we already asked that.
All right.
Yeah, so
I guess not.
Cool. So let us know what you think, guys. Because, like, really, I got to tell you, this stuff has always worked better for me whenever it's absolute. Neville says, Neville talks about drawing a line in the sand. You've got to draw a line in the sand. Gary says the passport application is a request to the universe. You're funny, man. It's lovely, by the way. Let's do the crass commercial while people type comments. We've got a live call this weekend. I don't know how many spots are left, but they'll be gone today. So if you want to play, it's $20. It's 8 p.m. New York City time, New York City date, right? Sunday evening. Join us. It's a lot of fun. I've never had anyone say, "Oh, it was boring. I already knew all that." Right.
Yeah.
If you're enjoying the live calls, come to Australia. Take us off your bucket list. Just seriously, guys. I mean, like a bucket list. I love the fact that a couple people mentioned that a bucket list is a list of things to do before you die.
Yeah, before you croak. Someone would not like that.
What I want you to do is to do what it takes to live. Because if you're, you know what, someday I'll see 20 in Victoria or travel and something, I'll get a passport someday. Yeah. Right? Before I die, I'll get a passport. Right? Versus, what are you going to do to live? Okay, what are you going to do to live? I want you to live. So, that's it for me. Any other comments or questions are welcome. Sarah says, to travel is the privilege, not of the rich, but of the imaginative. Fascinating quote. By the way, a live call is like travel. You get to discover not everything is Main Street where you grew up. I love Main Street where I grew up. We had 2 little meat shops, the Record Den. I used to walk to the YMCA every day and work out, and I knew the people in the pharmacy and the library. I mean, I'd been going to the library as a geeky kid for years, right? I love my old hometown, downtown. It's pretty much dead now, by the way, from what I'm told. But meanwhile, travel exposes you to what you haven't been yet. So, and it's fascinating because there's a lot of people who there are parts of their philosophy I admire, and they all talk about travel. Right? Really get out there. Right? Really expose yourself to what you haven't been. Don't order sweet and sour chicken again. For God's sake, there's 50 other things on the menu. Right?
Yeah.
So try something different. Just try.
Yeah.
Try.
Yeah.
All right, Patty did it again.
Oh,
Nice.
yes, she has already. That's ace.
We'll be catching up on watching the show over the weekend. We're a little behind this week watching.
Yeah. Yeah, so
Our
we'll
own
watch them
shows.
later today, tomorrow. Well, maybe, over
Yeah.
the weekend.
That's right. See, watching the show is currently on Victoria's bucket list.
But it will happen.
Yeah, but it will happen, right? But there are times, right? Often at lunchtime, it's like, 20, want to watch the show? That's not a question. It's polite, but it's like, right, 20?
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you wanna watch
That's
it
what I'm
with
doing. Right? Get the difference?
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt me. I don't cry. I don't die. I don't shit my pants.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, or no, I'm too tired, right? Yeah. And maybe I'll say, can we watch it later? Oh, I'm going to watch it. Oh, okay, cool. Or maybe I'll say, can we watch it later? Yeah, we'll watch it later, right?
Cool.
Michelle, welcome to the show. Is your fella here?
Oh, yeah. Walter, was it?
Walt. Oh, yes. Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Excellent. God, when I grew up, one of my favorite people was an old fella named Walt. I dated his granddaughter. And the family exposed me to all this Slovak food. I never had Slovak food.
Oh, wow.
And so, yeah, and one of the things that they often they cooked up this stuff called pagach and pierogies, right? Not in the same meal. And I've actually found pierogies in Australia. It's sort of lovely.
You were a very happy man. You
I
found
was a
them last
very
weekend.
happy man because, well, we found one people that made them, and they were occasionally at the markets, and they were good.
Yeah.
But I like them more fried than just boiled, right?
Yeah.
So the first people made them boiled with butter. And so, of course, I'm imagining you're just having some damn good pierogies, right? You can't even buy them in the store here, right? We can buy dim sims, and we can buy other things that you guys probably don't have,
Dumpling type stuff.
right? But we can't buy pierogies. So wouldn't you know, I go to the market and there's this guy there, right? He's not Polish, right? He's not Slovak. He's nothing like that. And he happens to be, and he says, do you want to try a something or another, like something that was a curry? I looked at him, I was like, no, but I see you got pierogies. And he instantly almost loses his mind because he can tell he found someone who appreciates them.
And knows how to say the words
Yeah,
when they have it
pierogi,
there.
yes.
What's
So
that
it's like,
say?
oh, you have pierogi. Ah. And the next thing you know, I've got way more than what I've paid for, and he's giving them to me to eat while I'm there, and just lovely. So Bill says, do you know why they took paper to the Twilight Zone?
No.
Do.
Do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like the X-Files. Do. Anyway,
Oh,
right.
okay.
Potato pierogies. Yum.
Michelle
That's
said
right.
she's at work, so I guess, well, it doesn't work with you at the same place of work, so.
Hey, Chris.
Okay.
Just dove into the call.
Okay.
Good on you, buddy.
Good on you.
Cool. Excellent.
Good to hear. All right.
That means somebody soon's going to get that whenever they click the buy now button, they're going to get too late.
Yeah, missed
You
it.
have to put it on your bucket list for the next one, which is not going to be next week at the same time. Might not even be next week. So,
Cool.
All right.
Okay.
That was fun.
That was a goodie show.
So today we're going to celebrate Australia Day.
Yep.
I'm going to actually go and watch the people and probably eat a sausage. I don't think Victoria's going.
No.
So watch this. Ready? Do you want to go?
No.
Okay. It's not even on our bucket list, right? And that's okay.
You'll
right?
go with Jim. You'll have a good time.
Yeah,
You'll eat
absolutely.
the
Jim and I will eat
sausages
sausages. It'll be great fun.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll even do a live show from there because
yeah.
they've got
A
fast wireless internet in downtown Eltham. So, alrighty. So,
Okay. I saw
Retired.
quite a few comments
oh, cool.
fly
At the
by.
doctor's. Oh, cool.
Oh,
Let's
good.
imagine lovingly for him. I don't know why he's at the doctor's. Let's assume he's there to sell him some expensive stuff and make lots of money. That's right. So, shall we tell them things?
Yes.
All right, so I've got both Victoria's hands held behind her back
Yeah, I
now.
was trying to read what the numbers were in Chris's comments, but that's okay.
That's right. Chris put it on his bucket list and just did
Oh,
yeah.
bucket list. Good on ya.
I tell you what. So, see now, here's someone who can write a headline, right? So
Yeah.
we'll go from the bucket list to the bucket list. Something, so I'll work on that. Thanks
That's
for the
good,
inspiration.
actually, isn't it?
Yeah, Chris is a rock star.
Yeah. Cool.
All
All right.
Shall we tell them or ask
What we
them?
want to know
That's
is
right.
what did you learn? What did you learn about you? And what was your best bit?
That's right. By the way, if you want a great example of how to do that, check out Patty's thing.
post.
By the way,
a little bit of
yeah, for the show shares, we don't always acknowledge you guys on the show because it doesn't tell us anymore. But we, whenever you share the show, we do notice, and I just want to thank you guys for doing
Yeah,
that because
yeah.
it means heaps.
It does.
Yep. Meanwhile, back at the French.
Go to freeneville.com.
That's right. What do they do there, Victoria? What do they do?
Well, they can search for things and look up the toolbox because they've forgotten about revision or congratulatory conversations.
Absolutely. They can get on that 221 email list.
They
Get all
can.
sorts of goodies and gifts and a daily email.
For free.
And I will email you till you either die or tell me to go away.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one a day.
Cool.
Yeah, hopefully it'll wreck your life in the most lovely way possible. Meanwhile,
Okay.
Excuse me.
Join us in manifestingmasterycourse.com.
That's
if you
right.
haven't done it yet, you've got to do that.
if you want on the live call, look at the black menu bar. There's a little link up in there. You can find it. Meanwhile, back at the French. Bill, if you could put up a link to the whatever we call it,
that's
the live
the
call
toolbox.
going on this week. The one in the black menu bar, Free Neville. Yeah, for the people that are slow. Did
Okay.
he really say that?
Well, and
that's
to
right.
watch the show, for those of you who just arrived or want to watch it quickly again, visit 20's personal timeline.
Or later, if you're not
few
here right
minutes.
now and want to watch the show later, you have a great day too, Phoenix.
Yeah.
Go to feelitrealfun.com. By the way, one more, right?
Yeah.
So last year, when I went to the Australian Day thing, right, and got sworn in as a citizen.
Yeah.
So the Maxwells were there.
Yeah.
Talk about lovely guys. I'm telling you, it's looking back, seeing little Maxwells waving, and big Maxwells just being cool, right? Really, really sweet.
I know.
And then our buddies from the dog park walk in.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? Fuck, man. Like, just touched, right? So, that's people celebrating with me. I didn't imagine either one of those, by the way. But as you succeed, your friends will celebrate with you. So just imagining people being happy for you, that'll generalize into a lot of areas of life. Instead of imagining people arguing with you, Always arguing with me. Always arguing with me. So, and when I say that, I didn't imagine, quote unquote, the Maxwells or buddies from the dog park being there. You don't have to imagine every specific little thing, right? If you just imagine, you know what, yeah, people celebrate with me, right? So if you imagine, like, you know what, somebody letting us know it was a great show, right? Guess what? That'll also, that generalizes, right?
Excuse me.
Some people go, oh yeah, you swore again. Yeah, I'm gonna get hate mail. I get hate mail. I get hate mail. I get hate mail. Well, I didn't imagine, Butch in Kansas City sending me hate mail, but he still did. How did it happen? Well, because I'm imagining hate mail, hate mail, hate mail. So, anyway, side little lesson, bonus points.
Yeah.
But gosh, it was cool. So the cool little photo that you see of me and Victoria at Citizen Day last year, that was taken by Yasmin Maxwell, along with one where I registered to vote, and that was the main scene for all that.
Yeah.
So voting actually was.
Kerry asks if you're allowed to say good day, mate.
Yes,
I think he is.
that's right. I'll do it on the next show.
Sorry,
Make you
Frankie,
wait.
you've just
Frankie.
arrived.
We're
We're
going.
Sorry about that.
Watch the refund on the personal timeline soon, or visit us at
freenettle.com. Hey, look at all these people
Look at
just
that. Everyone's
arriving.
just joining and we're
Sorry,
going. I'm sorry,
we're going.
guys. Watch the refund. It'll be up in a few seconds
See
on
ya.
our personal timeline.